Hey there, Jim Johnson for Accent Help here, and I want to talk a little bit about the intonation in Arabic accents. So the tendency in Arabic accents is for there to be a little bit of an impact, almost like a choppy or a punchy quality when it's a heavier accent. So in an Arabic accent, I find it really helpful to do gestures to help with what intonations are. So doing something that's a bit of a punch, an Arabic sort of punch, or doing a slight sort of chop, that Arabic more chop. And I find, especially as the accent becomes a little bit lighter, that doing something along the line of this sort of rolling gesture is helpful. And this is very similar, actually. This kind of moving around in a circle is very similar to what most American intonations are. I like to think of this almost as sort of a rainbow intonation. So this sort of rainbow or cycling intonation is very, very common in Arabic accents as well, but perhaps with just a little bit of that sort of combo of the punch or the chop quality. So I like to think of it as this sort of backhand, ever so slight sort of flip or slap, but it's a very, very light element. So that with an Arabic accent, as someone is a lighter speaker with an Arabic accent, but still has a very distinct Arabic accent, that it tends to go something along this line, this kind of a slap. And I find it helpful to go in this direction. It's very, very similar actually to an Italian accent, but notice the Italian doesn't have that slight flick to it or slap to it. The Italian accent's a little bit more like this, right? And a Greek accent has ever so slight of a slap to it. And then with an Arabic accent, it tends to be a little bit stronger along that line. So that slight bit of slap along this line is what I very commonly hear from someone who has a distinct Arabic accent, but when it's become something even just a little bit lighter. So again, physicalizing whatever you're working on will probably be very helpful with whatever intonation it is that you're working on. And I find with Arabic accents, this is probably the most helpful physicalization of this intonation pattern. There you go. For more info on a variety of accents, check out accenthelp.com.